Hi, I'm Albert Enriquez. I'm the owner of Red Dragon Self-Defense USA. This is our first video. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about what we do, who I am. Want to let you know there's going to be other videos coming out. And try not to be too long-winded with this first one. So, I'm a martial artist, a black belt. I've been in martial arts for over 20 years, so most of my life. I'm a Second Amendment supporter and defender. I've been shooting a long time. I grew up around guns. My grandfather was actually a woodsmith for a Army Navy gun factory that recreated a lot of classic antique firearms. So I've always grown up with a love and passion for firearms. What is it I'm here to do? Well, I want to help defend and secure everyone. We're here in New Jersey, and unfortunately, we live in a time where people don't feel as safe as they used to. They're scared. Their Second Amendment rights are pretty heavily restricted, so you walk down the street and you don't know if you're going to be attacked or if you can defend yourself from an attack. A lot of people don't even know what to do if they have a gun and they're in their home. Why are they thinking about that? Well, are the police even going to show up? Are they able to show up? Are they getting funded? There's a lot of scary stuff going on right now. And I want to make sure that I help as many people to be safe and secure and protected as possible. And that's, in a nutshell, why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I offer a self-defense class, and that's kind of the emergency go-to on your tool bag. And what does that mean? Well, that's something that you're going to use in an emergency situation. Depending on how quickly you learn, you're talking 4 to 10, 12 classes. All depends on you. And it's catered to you. It's catered to how big you are, how fast you are, how strong you are. And I'm not going to teach you something that's never going to work. Like, if you're 5'2", 5'4", I'm not going to teach you you're going to flip a guy my size or bigger over your back. It's not going to work. It's not realistic. I'm going to teach you how to be safe, how to get out of that situation, and how to get to somewhere secure so that you can survive. Because survival is what's important. Getting away safely is what's important. Living in a fantasy isn't. And I think that's something a lot of people forget. It's nice to think that in an emergency we all suddenly turn into Rocky Balboa or Bruce Lee, but we don't. And we're not going to without the right skill set. What I also offer is a martial arts training. And that's primarily a combination of karate, kickboxing, and aikido. More heavily focused on the kickboxing and aikido that's real world applicable. Now, if you want, you can do just the kickboxing or just the aikido, or if you tell me, hey, I work in security, I really need something that's more geared towards restraint because I don't want to hit somebody, I already know how to do that, I just don't want to get in trouble at work, I want to try to learn some more restraint techniques, we work with that too. But why do we want to, in most cases, have that blended class where you're learning both? Well, it's because you're learning very much both offense and defense, and that's the right way to go about things, at least in my opinion. I've done a lot of the traditional martial arts. I've done coursework where it's non-traditional. There is a middle ground, and it's not that hard to achieve. It's something I want to help people to achieve because that's what brings about a good level of safety for somebody. With the firearms training, again, I also come out to your home or business, wherever it is you want to have the class. We do all of the safety work. We go through all of the book learning that's necessary. And by book learning, it's explaining to you what is and isn't secure when operating your firearm. Now, for any actual shooting, we're going to do that at a local range. We're going to go somewhere nearby. Now, we're also, if you want, going to go over the proper ways to store your firearm. Situations in your home that you may want to be aware of, that you may want to be prepared for. And those are practiced with a non-real firearm. So like a dummy gun, we'll call it for argument's sake. We'll look at common scenarios, things like that. It's important that you practice simple things. And it's something as simple as, okay, where are you going to store your gun? How are you going to get to it? Let's practice that. Let's go through that step quickly. We can also help you with how to purchase a firearm, because if you're going to order one online and send it to a store, you need to make sure you order one that's compliant with New Jersey regulations so that they don't charge you money to send it back and then you get hit with that big restocking fee. We do all of that. The other thing that we offer is the NRA certified classes. As some of you saw, Governor Murphy, hopefully we won't be saying that at the end of November, will be trying to pass a law that infringes on our Second Amendment right, that requires you to take a class to own a firearm. Yes, that is basically against everything the Constitution says about our Second Amendment rights. It would be like me saying you have to pass a class to vote. Well, we know somebody tried that once many years ago and it was found to be illegal. Well, Governor Murphy wants to do that to firearm owners. And it probably will pass here in New Jersey because, well, it's New Jersey and the only people who seem to have any rights are the criminals. And it's important that you realize that and you're capable of protecting yourself, because unfortunately, call for help, call for fast food, and see who comes first. The only person who is obligated to protect you and your family is you and your family. And the Supreme Court has upheld that several times. The Supreme Court has said the city, the police, the state have no obligation to protect your life. Feel free to fact check that. It has been upheld in several Supreme Court cases. That's what we're here to do. We're here to give you the skill set to protect yourself with a firearm, with your hands, your feet, with whatever you need, and to always make sure that you're in compliance with the law to the degree that's necessary. Feel free to give us a call, shoot us an email, whatever you want, whatever makes you comfortable. If you just want to ask some questions, that's fine too. We work with church groups, we work with political organizations, we work with businesses who want to have somebody come in and do a training with some of their employees. We can set up, like I said, that NRA class for a big group of people or for a small group of people. Everything is catered to you. Or if you just want somebody to come in and speak to your group or office about defense and why it's important to start considering taking a class, we can do that too. Feel free to give us a call. God bless America, and unleash your inner dragon.